Hello everyone, welcome to this video, and as you can probably tell from the title, I'm working on a Mark 7 Golf, I think it is. Basically on this Golf, I'm looking at doing the ambient light install. Spoken to the owner already, he's dropped the car off. What I'm looking to do is do the dashboard and the front doors. He doesn't want anything done at the rear. So I'm just going to show you all around the car at the moment, and then go through the installation process, and then look at the finished results. So without further ado, let's have a look inside. So the process right now is going to be basically doing the front, which I think we're going to do a strip going across the top here, and then doing the dashboard just around it all. Same on the other side, like I said with this side. I think what I'm going to start off by doing first is the center console. One possible issue that we might have faced is with the center console here, this bit opens up, which means putting the tube all the way across and down the bottom here might not be as easy as we would like. So kind of gonna see how it goes with that. We might just do it in a way where we just go over and up this part and kind of leave the bottom. Like I said, gonna see how it goes. So first up, we'll start off by taking apart the dash, getting access to the cigarette lighter port at the back over here, and as well, actually, you know what, I'm just going to clear up the car a little bit, get as much of the stuff out of it so I don't have to deal with that later. So today I've actually got my little cousin with me, Zidane, who is in the shadows right now. He's in the shadow realm. Basically, he's going to be helping me out a little bit today. He's getting into cars, he wants to do mechanical engineering, and I thought, hey, come along with me and just have a look around at what I do, and it'll help broaden your knowledge base a little bit at least. And plus he's into cars, like I said, so he's gonna have fun with it. So starting off with the center console removal, we start off, from what I'm aware of, with just removing the front fascia to this, which looks like it just clips off. So we've got 3 metal clips at the bottom, and then we've got the little guiding clips at the top, the little plastic ones. Probably be good to do that gently. From here, should be able to pop this off, which just comes upwards. Like that. Probably closed, I don't know. It's the best way to get this out with the... Got a feeling I might need to put the car into neutral. Yeah, give yourself as much space as you can. And then we've got the wiring clips just over here, so we just need to disconnect those. That should be alright. So yeah, we've got these clips just over here. So if we just release them, probably easier to do this on the passenger seat. But yeah, it is what it is. I'm just gonna use both hands. In fact, Zidane, do you want to unclip them? Alright. Yeah? Go on, so you just undo them. You got the 2 clip points. So we've got the 2 clips off, which is just now dangling here. Gives us access to these 2 Torx bits here. They look like they're T25s possibly. So just gonna need to loosen those, and then that's gonna allow us to take off the entire gator here. So I'm just gonna put the car back into park. Correction, I believe they are a T20. Yep, 2 T20s. It's got this one just here and that one just over there. After you remove those 2 screws, we're going to actually need to take off the 2 screws here and here. Reason being is because we're actually taking off the entire side pieces first, and that's going to allow us to remove the center console part afterwards. So we start off from one side. In fact, I've noticed he's got his wiring here for his current footwell lights, so we can kind of move those off and out as well whilst we're at it. Oh wow, these look interesting. Never seen something so big for just 3 LEDs. But yeah, so here we are on the driver's side. I've got a selection of stuff over here. So actually we've got a screw just over here, which I think is another T20. So okay, we've got this screw here. I'm going to take off the footrest as well, actually. That'll just give me a little bit better access. That was a longer screw. Actually, just using some brute force, I've been able to pull this down and out. Just need a bit more space, so I need to get the camera out the way. And then from here I can see another screw just over here that we need to remove. There's this one just here. Now I'm going to go do the same on the other side, and then that bit's all good as well. I've actually just asked my little cousin if he wants to do it, and he said yeah, so there we go. And do you want to pop that trim piece off as well? So I'll just pull it downwards. Let's get angry with it. Does it feel like it's stuck anyway? There we go. Boom! Yes! We're getting you working on cars now. That's what we like to see. So I'm just going to remove the two other Torx bits here. So those two screws hold, from what I can see, the side trim on, which now should be able to be removed. Fingers crossed. It looks like it is, and they're pretty tight. Whew. There we go. That's one off. Let's do the other side. So what I've actually started to do from the back here is put the trim removal piece in, push it outwards like this. There we go. Getting it as loose as we can. So it's worthwhile taking everything off, like all the clips, and then pulling it forward like this. Reason being is you got these two plastic pieces here. These two here that you don't want to damage. So pulling it forward is the best way. So loosen everything up from the sides, and then we're all good. And up next now we can actually start lifting off the center console. So this might mean I need to take off the gear lever and stuff. So what I'm actually doing here is just removing this trim piece first. It's a bit awkward to do with one hand again. Undo that clip. That's basically the clip for this board here, because now it just means I can actually hold on to just the console stuff. Ugh. My god, this is a lot more of a workout than I thought it would be. It's all really clipped in. Man, this car is literally stuck together with clips. It's actually kind of impressive. Ah, there we go. Whoo! Wow. That was hard work. I feel tired now. I'm gonna go for a break. Can you carry on? That was a lot of clips. So you got the one clip there, but it's kind of at the back here. You've got this hook piece that goes into the actual center console and stuff. Disconnect the wire. 1, 2, 3. 1, 2, 3. That's all done. So again, having another look at it whilst it's all been removed, you've got the two clipping points here, and it looks like everything just kind of really gets forced in to each plastic area. So there's like wedge points for it all. It goes in there really tight now. Okay, Okay, so we got some wiring here. I believe this one's probably going to be for the cigarette lighter. Yep, it's the white clip. Now we can't connect to this point. As many of you know, normally I try to connect to wiring that's on something that's removable. We can't do that there. So we're just going to tap into the live and earth on this, which from what I can guess, brown is earth and red and green is live, and the other one is probably just going to be for the ambient light. But we are going to test that with the voltmeter first before doing anything else. Let's get the kit ready and we can start feeding around the tubes and stuff and just making sure everything's going to fit on the center console the way we'd like it to. So everyone, what I've done at the moment is I've fed in the tube all the way across, around over to this side. Here you basically have to create a slit in the tube because on this side of it, it pushes in this way, whereas the tube here goes downwards. And then you also have to do the same over here. And then from here, I've fed the tube down through this gap. And I've done the same on the other side. You can kind of see the light there. And you basically feed it through. It kind of comes through, down. You can get to this part. So I basically attached the light onto the fiber here and then fed it through there. Got this end. And I think I'm going to do it as 2 parts. So one for this side, one for that side. Gives it a nice even glow. I've noticed when you have such a long piece like this, especially with the few curves it has, it can have an effect with the finished look if it's just the one tube. I mean, if it's just the one light source. So doing the 2. Zidane is going to try and do that door, like in terms of dismantling it. I've told him to research it and stuff like that, so he's going to look at doing that on his own. He's watched a couple of YouTube videos on it as well, so he's going to do that, and then we're going to go through it on this side together. I'll show you all that. And the next step for me right now is to get the wiring all ready, position all of the footwell lights as well. The good thing is with this all being off and loose, it just means putting the footwell lights and sticking them on. It's just going to be so much easier because I can just maneuver it all and not have to fiddle around with any trim. And then we can start on the doors and get the doors done, and then the car's finished. So my cousin basically did a really good job with taking off the door card on the other side. So I was going to film me doing this side, but I thought you've been able to do it so well, I'll let you do this one as well. Remember everyone, this is his first time ever working on a car, so this should be encouraging for many of you. If you ever do want to tackle something like this yourself, just go for it. Have the right tools to hand and you can do it. So what we're going to look at doing first is removing this trim piece. On the top here, just right at the top here, there's a little bit of a groove. So you just got to put in a trim removal piece just there. Yes. And I remember to use the other hand to kind of like hold it here and to help guide the trim removal piece. There we go. Keep that somewhere safe. And so this is a T25, I believe. Is it a T25? Can you see? It says it just there.
Yeah, well, I don't know if it's the right one.
Did you get the wrong one? Dun dun dun! And now he's got the T25 out. That's number 1. You can use the magnet end of that because it's magnetic. Just pull it out. And there's another one just at the bottom here. Do you need the torch?
No, fine.
Ooh, look at the muscles. And then at the bottom just here, just about here, there's a little black tab. So with this little black tab, I had to just get the torch then. You just basically rotate it so that it's facing the same way as the opening underneath here. So if you can see here with the 10mm, you just gotta rotate it. It's originally in, it's originally in that position, which is basically, let me get the light on there properly. That's the locked position. So you get this on there, rotate it, and that's it unlocked. Now this trim removal piece makes life a lot easier. So start off towards the bottom. That's where I normally start. There we go. Squeeze. Now work your way along the edge. That's it. Keep going up. And you don't have to use this tool right now. Lift it upwards. There we go. There we go. You see, everyone? 17-year-old doing it here. So just undoing the door handle latch that you just basically unclip. You just clip it outwards like that and it comes off. And we've got the wiring for the door lock. So with this, you kind of have to squeeze it inwards like that, and then it unclips out. There we go, he's got it off. I had to help him a little bit with this clip. With the way it goes in, you kind of have to get a hook point. The clip is behind the actual plug, so it's really hard. So I got the where is it now? I got this tool out, basically pushed in the clipping point here, and then you slide it out. What we're gonna need access to is basically the live and earth that goes into this here. So this is the brown and the red and yellow. We're gonna need the same for the other side as well. That's where we're gonna tap into for the live and earth. So everyone, next up is setting up the wiring. So I've moved the footwell lights to where they need to go. So I just gotta sort out all this wiring now to actually get plugged in. So what I've done here is the 3 lights. So we're gonna have two for the dash, so one on each side of the tube, and then the one plug for the footwell lights. So the footwell light one is like this, which is where I've disconnected it, and the others are just the normal ones where it's like that. What I've done here is I've shredded off the wires a little bit at the ends here, and that's going to allow me to use these connectors. Now these connectors are great because all I got to really do is find the right sizes that I need, plug them onto here, and then using this I'll be able to then connect it with the internal wiring systems. So let me show you guys how these work. So this, for example, imagine there's a wire going through here. This, once you've got access to a little bit of wiring, once you clip this in, it holds onto that wire, and you got a little access port here, which if I just use, for this instance, I use this red one. That access port will basically go through there, and it will get access to this metal terminal here, which is getting the live or the earth, etc. So it just joins up that connection. That's what I'm going to be looking at doing now with the current cigarette lighter wires as well as the door card wires. So everyone, right now, when my cousin hold the camera, and I'll show you what I do to get this connected. But basically, you've got to get access to the brown and red and yellow here. This is what I found to be the live and earth on this car for the doors. All we got to do there is one by one, using the wire stripper to get access to some of the wiring behind it all. So just bring it through, get a good amount of it showing, connect this, close it up. That's it. Now you'll see I closed it up first, and then I've started the next one, purely because last thing you want to do is electrocute yourself if there's any current running through the door, anything like that. Again, it's all about being safe rather than sorry. When it comes to removing this from the actual door module, you got to pull out the red part first, and then you'll be able to pull out the rest of the wiring kit. So yeah, we've got the live nerve for the wires for the ambient light kit. So now we're ready to just basically set everything up, get the module in, connect it up here, and we're all good. So everyone, this is what I've done with the driver's door. Basically fed the tube through here. Best way to do it is, if you want, or if you can, just bend this a little bit backwards. It gives you a little bit more of an opening. And yeah, just feeding it around here. I've got the rest of the cable set up here now. And when we come over to the actual door, got this connected up here. I'm just gonna basically have this sat there, and then we're just gonna literally reconnect everything. So here we've got the center console part, which my cousin basically did. So the red and green was the live and the brown is the earth. That's all set and done. Now it's just a matter of throwing everything back together and we'll be all set to go. So we've got the earth here and the live just here. That's all set. Got a little bit of tape over here as well. Connect it up with that. Now we're ready to put the door card back on. Connect this up with the rest of the wire that goes to the LED tube. And we're all set. We're good to go. Ooh. I forgot there's one part that I didn't discuss on how to do. Just how to remove this. So you have the 2 screws that hold it in. You also have these 4 little clip things. So you have to just pull them out and then the whole thing just slides out. It's a bit of a bizarre one, but that's how Volkswagen designed it. So everyone, right now I'm showing you all the wiring real quickly. If you could just hold the light here, please. So as you can see, all the wiring, I've basically tucked as much of it under here, fed it through this gap and through that gap there. So it's kind of all been discreetly tucked away. I'm just gonna tuck away as well some of the footwell wires. So just pull them in. It's better to have them in the center console than dangling around the rest of the car. So I'm gonna invest a little bit of time doing that, and then it's literally a matter of putting everything back together. You can relax that now. But yeah, so it's a matter of just putting everything back together as we took it off earlier on. So just gonna zip through that and then we'll look at the finished product. So everyone, we managed to get it all done and it feels good. It feels good. It wasn't as stressful and hard as I thought it might be. I think it's also helped that we haven't had to do the rear doors, but I'll show you all what it looks like now without any lights on, and then we'll turn off all the lights inside here. It's still sunlight outside, so I can't exactly show you it in pitch black, but it is starting to rain, so it's gonna be a little bit darker than it has been lately. But yeah, let me show you around. Here we go. I've just put it on one solid color for now so you can actually see all. I think that looks ace. It's so clean. Such a nice clean finish. And just for ease of mind for everyone, look, as soon as you turn the key off, all the lights turn off. So that's it. I'm actually really impressed with how this has come out. It's come out very, very clean looking. Couple of tips I would definitely say is the little flap that opens up at the front dash. Just make sure you slide the rear, because like a little plastic piece that comes out at the back of it. So make sure you slide that in first before pushing it in, because otherwise it just won't sit right. So it takes a couple of tries because obviously you can't see it there. Other than that, it was pretty much straightforward. I'm really happy with how it's turned out. How are you feeling about it?
Looks pretty good.
He's shy. He's shy. He's not used to the YouTuber life. The one thing I will say though is even though that looks that good now, it's still a lot of light. When it's nighttime, that's gonna look amazing, and that's the bit that you kind of really want to look for. Unfortunately, the owner of the car is going to come pick the car up pretty soon, so I can't even wait for that because it is summertime right now, and therefore it's sunset at like 9 p.m. So it's a little bit too early to get those shots. I'll ask them to send me some pictures of it once they get home and stuff. I'll put a link for everything that I've used that you could buy that will help with not just the parts you need for doing this, but also any tools or anything like that. I'll leave them all in the description down below, so it'll be a nice, quick and easy way for you to find them all and make your life a little bit easier. But I hope you all did enjoy this video. If you did, please make sure to give it a thumbs up, and if you also would like to, leave a comment down below on anything I could have done better, or just anything in general really, just let me know. And yeah, I look forward to seeing you all in the next video, which means you have to subscribe, hit that bell notification. Anyway guys, peace out, bye.